I knew nothing about Northern Ireland really, but I just was in that sort of lovely, innocent, I could do anything sort of mode. I was a geography teacher in England and taught for a year and then came over actually to Corrymeela as a volunteer for 3 weeks in the summer and really liked it. And then when I was teaching geography, there was a job that came up in Corrymeela, so I applied for that. The job was schools worker and it was about working with Education for Mutual Understanding, bringing Catholic and Protestant schools together with the kids, the young people and the children so that they could talk to each other and just hear each other's stories and learn a little bit about each other's culture and ideas and some of the stories they had. I was going out with somebody who had been in the police. I remember at the time, it's kind of knowing that you don't talk about this with people, you don't tell people, but he was very good friends with this guy, Kevin, and I'd got to know Kevin a little bit. We used to do a lot of climbing. I was really into climbing mountains and rock faces and things. And then that day, getting this phone call from, it was in the afternoon, getting a phone call from Tim to say, Kevin's dead. And I remember thinking, what are you talking about? Do you know, he said, no, he's dead, he's been killed. I said, what do you mean he's been, just complete shock. And just being told that he died in a terrible accident with a Chinook helicopter that had hit and just crashed into the Mull of Kintyre. Kevin was on the Chinook going to some meeting and there were 29 of them and they were all top police officers. I think quite a lot of them were special branch intelligence officers. There were some of the top people anyway in the RUC at the time it was, and all of them were killed, including the pilots as well. It was terrible. I remember just not knowing actually how to feel. He was such a gentle person. He was such a lovely, lovely, kind person. The week of Kevin's funeral, I'd been on a residential, and residents are very tiring. You spend a lot of time up at all different times of day and night. So I was really exhausted, and I remember going into the kitchen, and I didn't have my outfit for going to a funeral, so people wouldn't have known I was going to a funeral. This day, there were some staff members and some volunteers sitting around. We used to have a sort of a meeting at the end just to review everything. And in the middle of it, there was this joke told. Have you heard about the IRA have claimed responsibility for the Chinook air disaster? They claim they planted the Mull of Kintyre. And it was kind of one of those things where you hear it and I didn't know how to react, because I remember thinking, they've told this joke, for them it's okay. But for me, it's not okay, because I'm about to go down to this funeral and Kevin was on that Chinook and it's not okay. I remember standing there at this kitchen table with all these people I'd worked with all week. I said nothing. I just stood there. I think I was a bit shocked. I was a bit upset. I just thought, I just went left. I think I feel sad that I never stood up and said, please don't do that. Right, just today, tell the joke another day, but just today, right now, when I'm going down to Kevin's funeral and his widow is down there, please don't tell that joke today. I would like to have said that.